What's going on, people? In today's episode, we are on episode number 16 of the Rate and Climb series, and we are currently rated 836 rating points. Without further ado, let us get into a game. We are playing the black pieces. We get 11 points for a win, 0 for a draw, or 11 points for a loss. And it looks like we're going for a pretty basic Italian system at the moment, but it could be a Scotch, Italian. So let's play the 3 knights Italian, or 2 knights defense to the Italian. It's the 3 knights Italian in my opinion, but who am I? I'm just an 836, creating his own knowledge. Although there probably is some traps in the 2 knights Italian. Not yet, no. So I'll just move back. I was watching earlier today a game by Magnus Carlsen, and some of the calculations he does is absolute just genius. Disgusting work. Disgusting work. He's world champion for a reason. Just calculations of beyond my knowledge. I could get there one day maybe with a lot of practice, but geez, he was playing non-stop from 2013 and just reigned for 11 years. It's 2024. He chose not to play in 2024. Like, he's been world champion for that long. He's like, nah. Chess. I'm gonna play. What was it he played? Frisbee golf, and now he wants to be a footy player. Apparently, I don't know how true the accusations are. Opponent's really thinking here. I'm scared. What are they thinking about? They've not got much room with the queen. They could play pawn to here and have this bishop open. They've got not that square. They've got 2 squares to go to. Well, 3 squares to go to with the bishop. Or they could be thinking about, so they brought the queen out. Do we want to bring the bishop out first? Or do we want to... Because now the queen's no longer on the same diagonal as the knight. Doesn't scare me, the move, so much. D4, because then we can just takes, and then there's no queen to defend. So bishop to c5 doesn't scare me anymore. Not that it scared me anyway, but it's just, it opens up the centre more for white than black, if I say so myself, because they get the semi-open file for the queen. But that's if we trade. They can always take my e5 pawn though, as it is locked in place. What is opponent possibly going for? Maybe the pin here. I don't believe this is a good move. I'm going to play bishop to c5 and just see. Just see what the opponent's doing, because it's unclear at the moment. So we're almost... should we say we're almost symmetrical? If I played queen to e7 and the opponent played knight to c3, we would pretty much be symmetrical. Although we're not going for that. We're not going for that. So this move comes with tempo, because it hits. So knight takes, then bishop takes. We could always wait for like d3 and bishop out, so that we could always target this pawn, but then that walks into c3. We could always play b6, bishop b7, and then that jump with the knight hits this pawn, hits the queen and hits the knight, and it hits the pawn because the bishop would be there. So after knight takes, bishop takes, and say for example c3, yeah, I don't like it. Because after c3, then I have to move the bishop. So it's a poor calculation, because then that just walks into d3. So that's a poor calculation. Just d6. D6, why not? Overcomplicating things. It's early in the game to be making such rash decisions. And opponent's trying to trap in the bishop. Now that doesn't quite work because this move is obviously restricted by the pawn, and I can also play a6. Although I can go here and then here, and queen has to drop back then. Not really. If I go here, then that just walks into this. So I'm going to go back. I'm going to go back. No more b6 and bishop b7 ideas at the moment until we lift the a pawn up. Now that is a terrible move. That makes me want to target the bishop. Let's calculate this line really quick. Yeah, I don't mind that. And if the queen just moves, then we could always just drop back, insinuating that the bishop can trade for the knight if it wants to, but it's not really worth it, you know, apparently. Let's do it. Let's do it. We are a minute down on the clock compared to our opponent. So let's give them something to think about. I don't think that's a terrible move, to be honest. If knight takes, bishop takes, then pawn to c3, bishop back to b6. Let's say they want to chase us down even more, or either side. Pawns will both be on the same squares. Yeah, so now we're attacking the rook. So it would only be wise for... Yeah, and by the way, the opponent did drop the queen back because that would also hang his pawn. So we get this move. And a6 is probably best to come next. Or, in fact, c6 is probably best to come next. c6, because if takes, takes, and we've still got castles. Okay, so opponent's going for it. Now, it's not the prettiest square to put the bishop on, but I don't want to leave myself with an outside. I'm still, no matter what, I'm going to leave myself with an outside pawn, to be honest. But I'm building up this wall on this side of the board while the opponent's going to have to take this way. It's the same structure no matter what, to be honest. If I played this, this pawn would just be further back. Where, in fact, this pawn can, in fact, in the future, jump the two squares that it probably most preferably want to jump to. It also opens up the scope for the bishop in the future, possibly. So, say, for example, we get pawn takes, bishop a4, pawn to a5, sorry, bishop a6. And then, no, that would walk into a terrible disaster because the queen and bishop are linked. So that would lead to takes. See, there's a reason why I didn't play this, because after takes, bishop can just take. If bishop takes, queen can't even take because the rook is there. So I don't know. I should have calculated it a bit more. However, we are up on time now, so it's not a terrible position. Now we can play bishop c7. Let's calculate this really quick. Takes. Why don't we have a strike at the centre? Because if opponent takes, we can take back, reinforcing the centre. And then this bishop has to move somewhere. And then we can take here, meaning this pawn has to take back. Ah, no. If here, takes. Bishop has to move. This move's probably going to come next. So we can play a move like... I want to calculate this first. Here. And if we get this move, then we can play this move. Rook has to move. Then we can take, and if takes, then we can play bishop e6, pinning this pawn in place. Although we are giving up a lot of pawns in the centre right here. I like this variation. I think I might be missing something, hopefully not. Yeah, so let's recalculate again from here. Here. Yeah, it's just 2 on 2, and then this is a 4. So my 4's split. I've got the semi-open c-file, so bishop to here at the moment would be a brilliant move. Not of course a brilliant move, but it would be a good move to consider because then I can bring the rook. We failed to miss this. We did fail to miss this. Although we have bishop to e6, which might just be saving the day. Takes. That's not a great variation, is it? So I think if the bishop takes, we just take with the queen. And then if queen trade, I can take with the knight. And then there's no queen g7. So at least I'm not, you know, I'm down a pawn, but I'm always eyeing up this f2 square. So we could play a move like... Yeah, well, now that does give me the move. Okay, just castle. I want to play this move first. Always got bishop here or bishop here. I want to possibly drop the bishop back. Try rerouting the bishops to target the queen somehow. Okay, the opponent doesn't... well, I can't take this pawn anyway because it's obviously a target nonetheless. Although we do have this move, then possibly this move in the future. Or even bishop to here, going after. No, it just walks into e4, of course. Maybe we should wait for a committal on this side of the board and then play this target in the rook. Okay. So should we just straight away be cheeky and set up the checkmating threat? Yeah, and then we can play b6 afterwards if the opponent does decide to be strange and block my checkmating threat. Although I don't want to do this and then walk into this. So maybe it's let's do b6 first. Or we could play queen. If we play bishop to here, queen goes back here, then knight. No, because then, yeah, we need to play more principled. We're trying to go for like what's got the tactics called, like a cheese, and I don't think it's gonna work in this position. The opponent's not playing bad. Opponents from America, they are 10 rating points higher than us. Just 10. Playing a good game of chess, supposedly. Hicham Ben Abdallah, the name is. Hicham Ben Abdallah. Opponents just stopped us from castling. I might have had some tactics before, actually. No, there's no tactics here. Wait, do I have a Greek gift? Oh, that's what I was just trying to figure out. Wait, do I? Takes. Check. Can't take because of the... So that's not a move. Check. King has to come out, otherwise I checkmate on the next move after. Let me figure this out. Check. Takes. Check again. If it comes out, then I have check again. But then it's just... Then the king's just running. Okay, let's figure out a different line. If I check, king take, check, king plays up, then I play check, King moves. Then I have check again. King has to go to one of these two squares. It's not checkmate, but it's certainly close. It's certainly close. And I just nearly played. I should never. I keep doing this to see where the pieces can go, and it's always bad because I just nearly accidentally let go of my queen on this square, and that would have been heinous. I want a castle, but I can't. I'm trying to figure this line out. Here, here, here. And it's just, yeah, the king's just running away, really. Even if I play the queen, I'll... Oh, in fact, if the king goes to this square, my knight will be here, so I could play check. It's double check. I'm not seeing the checkmate there. I feel like I'm stuck in a bad position. I'm just going to have to trade these bishops, because I feel like I'm stuck in a bad position here. And if the opponent doesn't trade bishops, then I can at least castle next move. There is no checkmate there, I don't think. Check. King takes. Okay, we can castle, surely. Takes. I'm just saying takes because I just honestly can't calculate this line. King captures h2. Knight check. King f. Right. I'm trying to see if there's anything going here, but I don't see anything. I've always got... Wait, if I played bishop here... Hold on a minute. If I played bishop here, opponent takes. Can they stop? Can they stop this move? Well, they can run away, but... Oh, yeah. I'm starting to get delusional. It's just takes here, isn't it? No, I'd be hanging a queen. But if they take, I take. They take, I take. Okay. I'll have to let them take for now. And then possibly, you know, like, fake threaten off my... So if they take, I can take. Then they have to trade rooks with me. Then they can take my bishop. And then I take back with the knight. No, I don't. I just play checkmate. Yep. I like this move. I like this move. We are extremely low on time. Extremely low on time. Although, if the opponent takes in arm, we take back with the bishop. We're threatening checkmate. If the opponent plays check, we take back with the rook. And if the opponent captures back, then we... yeah, so the opponent realises this. Now can we go for the tactic? Just rook to here. Setting up takes. Takes. No. That's not happening. Oh, no. Ooh. Are we winning now all of a sudden? Opponent takes with the bishop. We take back with the bishop. Yeah? This also doesn't work because of this. Brill. And then we've got, if the opponent plays back to one of these two, well, sorry, to this square, then we can just take it, because if the knight takes back, then we just play rook over, and it's pretty imminent, our threat. Now, I don't want to get ahead of myself. I'm trying to think what's the best move in this position. Possibly here. Because after rook takes, knight takes, we've got this, but then opponent can play this. How to convert an endgame 101. Knight here, knight here. No, the rook can just come over. I can't control the open file. I'm in fact gonna just play this move, preventing any knight hops without trades and taking control of the open files. This one is semi-open. Now the opponent does have control of it, but I can play... Oh, no, I can't. Yeah, it's a bit difficult, actually. It's a bit difficult finding the right moves. Opponent can never move the knight, but I can never target the knight with the bishop being there. Now they've just closed off that side of the board. I think defending the pawn and preventing the knight from jumping forwards. And it allows me to move this knight out to here, targeting this. Or if I could even possibly just try and trade off for this knight, like for example here, here. Takes. Ah, I could just double stack and try and go for knight here, because then the opponent can't take. But we've got to think opponents time, so now we could play here, here, and then here. Let's just... We could ignore the threat, to be honest. We could be really cocky and ignore the threat, because our rook defends. But then we do get checkmated on the next move. So let's just play... We're going to have to take... Just take and play h7. And if we get rook to here, then we can just play rook back. And it's defended twice. Because I don't want to drop this a-pawn, but then I don't want this to go missing either. So I want to keep the bishop looking at this and trade with the knight. Yeah, okay. Not a problem. Not a problem. And if we get check here and then I move, then I can just play a wild move like target the bishop and the rook. Okay, brilliant. So hopefully we get this on the next move. Opponent doesn't realise. Now it's 15-10, so I do get 10 seconds every move that I make. I need to stop, possibly, not stop worrying about time, so to say, but be courteous of my time, because I get 10 seconds. I'm panicking, trying not to run out of time, and yeah, if you make moves quick enough in this game, you don't run out of time. So the opponent doesn't realise, well, does realise the threat, sorry. It's just threaten checkmating one. Also trying to clear out the path for our pawn. If he... I'm trying to think of if this, but then the opponent has a rook back and knight to here is affected by knight takes. Wow. So threatening checkmating one actually just won the rook. I just didn't even realise that. I didn't even realise. That's how we do it. That's how we do it. We're done. We're done. Game over. GG, boy. we're up a full rook. I didn't even spot that tactic, but like these were my annotations to that move. But let's go back to the move prior. Here, threatens checkmating one. So knight had to go here, and then we just take the rook. Brilliant move. Opponent must be devastated. I would be. And guys, we have no tea today. No hot chocolate. We have cold chocolate. And yes, it's in the original milk container. I am from a council estate near Liverpool. So we're in like the 6th most cheapest place to buy a house in the country or something. Near Liverpool. I am not from Liverpool. Before everyone starts, you know, hailing comments at me in the future, because I do not have a. Well, do you know what? I actually want to say thank you to all my commenters at the moment, because without you guys, this would be a lot slower of a journey. It's only because of the amount of vast support I've actually got. I had a different channel that I was doing before this, uploading sim content, and my first video on this channel, got as many views as one of my videos on a sim channel after a year. I think it was. I could check actually. In fact, I don't like opening other tabs while I'm in chess. It just makes me feel suspicious. I always feel like chess.com's got an eye on what tabs you've got open. No, it's only YouTube, but you know, you could be watching a video or something on how to win a knight, bishop, and rook end game, or I don't know. You know, I don't want anything to happen. So I don't even have a separate tab open. Although I do know someone that cheated on chess.com, because I used to play them often, and we played at one point, and their account just got banned. And I said, "What happened there? Why did you get banned?" And they said, "Oh yeah, I was cheating." And I said, "Well, how was you doing that? How was you getting away with that?" And they basically said to me that I think we're just winning the. I think we're just winning the bishop here. Yes, that's what I said. How'd you manage to cheat on chess.com? And he went, "Oh, I just used an extension, like a Chrome extension." And I was like, "What?" And he said, "Yeah, you can download extensions that help you cheat in chess." And I was like, "How does that work?" And they said, it gives you an engine during the game. And I said, "You can't be that stupid, surely." Opponent's going after this pawn, but I honestly don't care. Or in fact, we're trying to get this. I'm trying to think now how to convert. I was scared when I heard the timer go, ticking down timer. Chocolate milk, guys. Wow, that is just absolutely silly. Now I just get another queen. So yeah, the opponent said they were my opponent. Wow, what is going on? I'll take these 3 pieces. Do you know when someone gives away a piece, it reminds me of the Hikaru clip where he goes, "Someone's angry. Someone's really angry because the pieces." Oh, I'll show you as soon as the game ends because it makes me laugh. It's like, it says Super GM. No, it just says like, everyone always refers to Hikaru as the Super GM. Yeah, abandon them. I'll show you this clip. It makes me laugh. Watch me get copyrighted for showing you this one clip. I'm going to play it to you so I don't get copyrighted. GM blunders. Pieces. Hikaru. It's a Hikaru short. Do you know what? I have so much respect for how much content Hikaru actually puts out. Oh, now I can't find it. Oh. Do you ever know what the meme is called? Like, it's called GM blunders pieces. So I go on the internet and type in GM blunders pizzas Hikaru, and it comes up with all Hikaru's blunders. No, I don't want to see Hikaru blunder. I like Hikaru. Although I was watching chess, I don't know. I know I'm getting better at chess, and I don't know if you guys can ever relate to this. But I was watching a chess, the FIDE tournament the other day, and I watched Hikaru put his knight. I'll show you on the screen because it makes more sense. Like, say for example, this was the opponent's rook. I watched Hikaru put a knight. So I'm going to colour this blue so it makes it look like the opponent's rook. And a bishop on the same square. And there was a pawn literally here. Let's see. How do we get... Yeah, there we go. There was literally a pawn, here. So, this move was just inevitable. And I watched Hikaru play it and I was like... As he played it, I was like, no! And then I seen him roll his eyes on the camera on the FIDE live, and I was like, no. I've never ever watched a Hikaru stream and felt bad for him blundering, but I don't know how he missed it. I honestly don't know how he missed it, and even in the game after it, he says he doesn't know how he didn't see that. He was so upset with himself, and I could tell. I watched it and it literally grabbed me head while I was watching the stream. I was like, no, Hikaru! Let's see if this is the clip.
There might even be knight b6 somewhere in here too. Like, wait a second. Okay, we're playing 3-0 blitz.
Yes, this is the clip.
Relax.
Oh, I love this clip.
This just wins materials, I believe. Again, we're early enough in the game that I can actually breathe and think. Chess will die when humanity dies. No, chess will die when computing reaches a level where AI is conscious, or something along those lines. But until then, it ain't happening. Do I trade the queens or not? Why not? Let's trade the queens and take the rook. I assume that's a joke. Someone's angry. Someone's actually angry. Okay, let's go here.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
That's my opponent's last move. Blunder the knight.
Someone's angry. Let's put it mildly. Someone is not happy right now.
Oh, someone's angry. Oh, Hikaru. I'm gonna put a like on this video, like you guys should on my video. And on that bombshell. We're not done just yet. We forgot to do something, guys. I'm not leaving the stream without updating my scoreboard. So we went from 836 rating points to 847 rating points, gaining 11 rating points in the 16th episode of the game. And we are on 22 wins. We are one step closer to 1,000 rating. And I will see you in episode 17. And if you haven't watched any previous episodes or want to know how I got here at 847 rating, then please be sure to check out my previous 2 weeks of episodes, as this is my 14th day of filming this series. Well, it's my 15th day, but I have 14 days worth of uploads for you guys. This will be my 15th day. But on that bombshell, on that note, you take it easy, stay positive, and peace.